class of the Mysticons could defeat you.
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
No, the guy who put the war in New Warriors.
Are you sure you are up to this?
Ready? Fight!
Energy Tower!
One hell of a marquee match. Way to help a teammate.
Centurion Arc! Like that!
Be a best.
Eat this!
Lightning attack!
Electric Pulse! Human Rocket Punch! Eat this! Yeah! Eat this! Eat this! Centurion Arcs!
That was amazing.
Help!
Teamwork. That was amazing.
Like that! Almost like this!
They've been waiting for
Help! Centurion Arc!
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Club.
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Welcome to Marvel vs. Capcom 3, where the finest heroes assemble. Get ready for the fight of your life. Phone Wonderland.
Who will come out on top?
Live and let die. Fight! X Factor! Wonderland.
Dare to believe you can survive.
Live and let die. Fight! Air combo! Level 1. Danger! Down! Awesome! Advancing guard! X-Factor! Cool! Danger! Down! Cool! Awesome! Danger! Down! Advancing guard! Air combo! Level 4! Danger! Level 1! Hyper combo KO! Player 1 wins! Live and let die! Fight! Advancing guard! Advancing guard! Air combo! Good! Yes!
Get you later.
Advancing guard! Down! Crossover! Air combo! Down! Excellent! Time to party! Advancing guard! KO! Player 1 wins! Live and let die! Fight! Air combo! Level 2! Wonderful! Advancing guard! Crossover! Danger! Down! Crossover! Yes! Level 2! Air combo! Player one wins.
楽しいことだけ考えましょう。
die. Fight!
Magnetic blast!
Danger! Great!
Insignificant.
Wonderland.
Who will come out on top?
It's do or die. Fight! Air combo.
Magnetic blast!
Cool.
Magnetic blast!
Cool. Advancing guard. Advancing guard. Yes. Yes. Advancing guard. Advancing guard. Danger. Advancing guard. Yes. Advancing guard. Advancing guard. Down before you. Advancing guard. Level 1. Yes. Combo KO. Player 1 wins. It's do or die. Fight! Advancing guard! Advancing guard! Level air combo. Danger.
You have no hope.
Down. Fantastic. Advancing guard. Level 2.
I summon the power.
Advancing guard.
I summon the power.
Advancing guard.
Upon a race.
Cool. Crossover. Hyper combo KO. Player 1 wins. It's do or die. Fight! First attack. Crossover. Advancing guard. Crossover. Counter.
I summon the power.
Advancing guard.
Upon a race.
Danger.
Upon a race.
Advancing guard.
Upon a race.
Air combo. Level 2. Danger.
I summon the power. Beware.
Advancing guard.
I summon the power. Upon a race. Foot side.
Advancing guard.
Magnetic blast. Magnetic blast. Magnetic blast.
Advancing guard.
Magnetic blast.
KO. Player 1 wins.
What hope did you have against the master of magnetism?
Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Capcom 3. That's right, the third chapter. The superheroes are all here. Who will rise to the top? Training room.
Let your fist do the talking.
Ready? Fight! First attack!
There's a party in my mouth. Fantastic! 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 There's a party in my mouth.
Welcome to the world of Marvel vs. Capcom 3. The world's greatest heroes are all here. Lay claim to your glorious victory. Dante, Virgil. See what you can do. Bone Wonderland.
Let your fist do the talking.
It's do or die. Fight! Level 1. Fantastic! Level air combo! Level 1. Air combo! Player 1 wins!
少し手こず問題ない。
It's do or die. Fight! Dancing guard. Crossover. Air combo. Great. Crossover attack. Dancing guard. Here I go. Player 2 wins. It's do or die. Fight! Player 1 wins.
作戦終了帰還する
It's do or die. Fight!
What up, chat? What up, chat? Put some ones in the chat if you can hear your boy, Remy Martin. Put some ones in the chat if you can hear me. Hey, full Zetsu with the one in the chat. Let's go. Alright, y'all. Let's see what we got going on here. A lot of cheating happening on the stream. We got lots of Zero and Morgan going on. It's probably not very fair. Alright, Yuli running up on Cosmos right now with Yeo lightning loops, but he drops. Okay, now Cosmos gets the opportunity to bring Virgil in. Beautiful DHC. He didn't, it was a really smart spot to DHC. A lot of times when I'm looking to switch to Virgil, I want the actual DHC to be the hit as opposed to just super into any situation. And so like Cosmos did a great job with that right there. We get a Yuli tag, and Virgil's gonna die for it. And I'm pretty confident in Cosmo's ability to just continue to play the matchup correctly. And so like I don't think he really has to worry about level 3-0 as long as he defends properly. Yuli going for reads of books that aren't available. Okay, reset, I'm with it. Oh, I would not have expected if I was Yuli because now he's almost certainly gonna lose. Oh, I don't know. Okay, good. That was a good tech chase. Alright, now he has, see, he just came in, blocked with his face. He can't kill with super. He's got to reset. I'm with it. Let's go. I love me a Virgil Swords, Doom Assist reset. That was a really good late teleport from Cosmos too. Orbs, you gotta just orbit all day. Yep. Ooh. I'm with it. Good missile calls. And then, oh, that's it. That's all she wrote, teleport. Oh, well. Sometimes you get bodied before you get to the fight. Alright, let's run it again. Good start. Both these characters are very blessed at 99 seconds, and so it was smart for Cosmos to just neutral jump both times. I think he was waiting to see what Yuli was going to do at 99 seconds because Morgan can respond a little better than, oh my god, she is broke. That was not a good idea to teleport into Astro like that. A lot of times people are not cognizant in like when Morgan's in Astro, my only thought is defense. Like you have to just be stronger defensively than your opponent to survive Astro, whether it's blocking or dodging fireballs. I would normally dodge as many fireballs as possible while also kind of closing the distance on Morgan so she feels a little pressure, but it's certainly not your turn to attack. Cosmo's patterns are really good right now. He is adjusting the patterns based on Yuli's inability to get in. A lot of people look at the Morgan patterns and they think like people are just Tetrising But if you go back and I don't know about the X Factor. It's a little questionable, but he's got a big lead. Let's see what the pattern. Ooh, okay. Yuli almost made something happen right there, but that's all she wrote. That back fireball will get you every time. My grandma used to tell me lock the back door, you know. They can get you from back there too, face ass. Really solid play from Cosmos, even though Morgan is stupid cheap. Cosmos definitely played the matchup correctly, and I think that's why he won. A big thing with Yuli's play is that he is banking on you cracking fundamentally, and a player like Cosmos being from New York, playing with the New York guys, like they work so heavily on playing correctly all the way to the end. And so like that's just something you have to know player wise. If I'm ever playing against somebody from New York, I'm usually have determined in my mind that I have to beat you for real. We're not going to be able to put them in a situation where they just start flailing recklessly, or like all of their sessions. If you ever go to a New York session, you get clowned for doing some whack shit. So that's really not in their blood. Unless somebody gets fairly salty, but Cosmos is not known for that. He's known for playing it solid. And that's what we saw just then. So I'm with it. I love me some good solid play. All right. Let's see who we got coming up. Oh, I see some Matcherino links in the chat. Oh. Make sure you guys, if you're not a part of the Discord, Zetsu is always hooking us up with the 24/7 Marvel, which is a blessing to me in my life for sure. We also have some Matcherino links down there. A lot of it, he was saying earlier, is a lot of clicks. You can just click and it'll add money to the pot so the players can get paid. Y'all know we got to the writers striking right now in LA because we don't want to pay the people who really matter. You know, let's not be part of the problem. MGC, pay the players, dude. Simple click. Don't condition yourself to be one of those executives that want it all for yourself, dude. It's kind of cheap. I'm on the Matcherino site right now. Dang, okay, or maybe I'm not. I don't know what site this is. They wild. Zetsu, who we got coming up next on the stream? It's probably my grandma. He stays streaming. Not besides myself. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm the best player. I would say I'm very skilled and I like me. I don't care who else is playing. But I mean, best player right now, well, I won't even say right now. The best player in general is Jabril, simply because it's kind of stacked against other people. Like there isn't anyone else playing right now who played as much during the time of Marvel Gods, was coached directly by Marvel Gods, brings natural talent from the beginning, and has played throughout the entire lifetime of Marvel. So like it's really an unfair question. Even when people beat Jabril, it does not mean they're better than Jabril. I don't think it's even close. Like the closest person I would say is Liberal Terminator, and that is because of his style. It looks to me, I don't know for sure, but it looks to me like he voluntarily forged himself in the fire of previous Marvel. Like he does not his primary mode of play is not like a Parsec player. He is surgical, he's calculated, it's very Coach Steve, but with a little more aggro. Like, he is attuned to what needs to be happening in this day and age. And so, like, that is what Jabril was when he was 14 and 15. Like, Jabril has always been surgical like this, but he's got a good mix of, I'm going to play correctly, have crazy decision making, and when the opportunity comes, I'm running the ball. And so, like, I think that's what makes those two players uniquely positioned in the current meta. But let's get to the match at hand. We have Joker versus JC6666. Is that what they say? A lot of sixes going on, but you know, to each his own, they say. We don't discriminate over here at Zetsu based on religious preferences, they say. Okay, so, ooh, drop. Who is this? Joker? Boom. Okay. Oh, yeah. I mean, you might as well. It's done. Oh, not the Parsec tag. Let's go, boys. Unfly. I personally love when people hard tag because to me, that says mentally you have given up on the fact that you could be better than me, and that lets me know I'm ahead. That let me know I done pushed you to your limit, and to see that in game one, that's a good thing you want to see as a player who thinks they're going to win the match. However, regardless of what your opponent gives you, you got to hold your weight too. And right now, Joker dropped the conversion. Of course, send no conversion. I'm not going to sit here and act like it was going to be easy to hit. But if you're going to spend those resources, you got to be certain that confirm got to be rehearsed. And so I would say just clean that up. If you're going to make the X Factor 1 decision like that, you got to be on point. Alright, I like that Joker is restabilizing in the neutral right now. One thing that I wanted to say about the Dormammu matchup that I feel like people are doing incorrectly right now in the Parsec meta is, like, you should not be playing Dormammu full screen. Like, you cannot afford him that ability. And so, like, ideally, if you're fighting against a Dormammu, you need to be half screen or one, like, you've got Dormammu in 1/3 of the screen. And you don't, it's not even about, like, it being your turn to do anything or make the hit happen or whatever the case may be, but he needs to feel the pressure of the opponent. And so, like, a lot of times when I'm playing against Dormammu, I'm always just going to run toward him. And now the Dormammu has to make the decision to get away from me. And if I'm Magneto, Zero, Morgan, anybody with mobility, I'm going to be able to make more changes on a dime than the Dormammu player. So, but one thing about the matchup is you always want to create the scenario where Dorm feels like he cannot control the pace. And that starts with cutting off the screen. Like, I would never be full screen against him. It's what he prefers. And of course, there are a lot of dangers to not being full screen against Dormammu. But that's for you to figure out as a player what you want to do about that. It's, you don't, just because it's hard close up doesn't mean you don't go there. You go and you figure out. You get hit and lose till you figure it out. But don't lose full screen because that's you giving it. Oh, the Diddy Bob. What? Oh, okay. Ooh, I don't know. X? Oh, not like this. Oh, that was cheap. Zero cheap. One thing I'll also say about drones mix-ups. A lot of times, like with drones, geez, 99-second crouch light, 0 assist. 99 seconds too with Magneto, like, I want to say you should not be offensive, but if it's Magneto versus a Magneto with a 0 startup assist, you have to go away from him in 99 seconds. Like, you should not be challenging another Magneto player who has a fast assist if you don't have a fast assist. Oh god, that was, speaking of fast assist, it's rough though. Okay, let's go. Okay, we got the, oh boy, alright. Or Mamu. Unfortunate. Unfortunate set of events. Oh, or sometimes you gotta reset to assert your dominance.
Player
Alright,
2
Joker.
wins.
Showing the extreme dominance with the reset. I respect it. I wonder what Zero's weave budget is monthly. That man got a whole Beyonce wig on the back of his head. All right. So one of the things that I will say about that match, I feel like JC was never able to really get started and get stabilized. I think one of the things that I would hear commentators say in the past years of Marvel is that like so and so could never get started. I think a big thing in online play is depending on what character you're playing. There are some characters that need to get started. Zero can get started because he's at an advantage. Wolverine can get started. He's a scrappy character. Nova can get started. He's a scrappy character. Spencer. But a lot of times when you're not playing those characters, it's not about getting started, it's about getting stabilized. So like if you're a Magneto player, if you're a Dorn player, if you are a Dante player, the goal of the match is for you to get stabilized because your character is not good in scrambles. And so like what I would have loved to see, because Joker is a very aggressive player and his team is constructed thusly. You got uppercut and you got drones. That lets me know from character select screen he wants to go in. So when I play against somebody like Joker, all I'm doing is forcing stability on them because I know that puts them in an uncomfortable place. If you're the type of player that wants to go in and wants to be pressing buttons, your worst enemy is stability. And so that's just something to think about, or your opponent getting stable. All right, we have Escalante coming up versus, I'm not sure, I think this is Ancient Requiem. The names aren't up there yet, but I've been playing against him on Parsec, and I like the way that he's learning the game slow. You see right now, Requiem is doing a great job of playing Virgil in the neutral. Like a lot of people don't recognize that Virgil is a full character. He's not just swords and X Factor. And so like when you don't have meter, orb is the way that you set the pace and stabilize with Virgil. Great mix from Escalante. Jesus. That was actually a really good mash from Ancient Requiem on incoming because almost nothing Magneto does as an incoming mix-up or mix-up period is real. He's the only top-tier character who doesn't really have guard strings. And so, like, there are certain spots in everything he does where you can press him. And so, if you have fast buttons like that, like Viper, Strider, they can come in and do whatever. Like the shit that Magneto's doing, chances are there's a hole in it just because there's a theory that Magneto is the most intentionally balanced top tier character in this game because like everything that is naturally broken that you see with Morgan and Zero, how they have no recovery time on anything, like everything is crazy overpowered. Magneto is knocking at the door, but it looks like they purposely decided at every turn to just be like, nope, fix that, fix this, put recovery here, make sure he doesn't have a one frame on fly. And so like that's one of the things against Magneto, like yes, his movement and stuff is overwhelming, but you can outplay him, which is not the same for Zero and Morgan. It's a lot tougher, and I like Ancient Requiem has made the adjustment already. The fact that he got the kill on Morgan just then, and it took Ethan twice as many mix-ups to get the hit this time, and I think it's because Requiem has slowed down and he recognizes that he can just fight these characters. And so like I think that's something that is really missing from the current metagame is people will lock in on, oh my god, it's Magneto, oh my god, it's Zero or Virgil. Like, no, they're just characters and they have matchups. And so I really like that Requiem has slowed down and is playing the matchup. That's something I liked when I was playing the game. And if you look back, you'll notice Escalante just made a very quick change. Like, he wasn't respecting Requiem at first, and then when Requiem actually started playing the matchup, he had to change what he was doing. So I love the adaptation. And now we've got a real match where Ethan, they're kind of adapting back and forth. So I like the fact that Requiem is waiting, look, he's blocking against Magneto because he's very blockable. Like, it's not a, again, not a Zero, there's no clone, it's not an Astral Vision. Just see what he's doing and block it and wait your turn. And so Requiem's doing a really good job with that. Let's see who wants Magneto. I think this is smart because Magneto is a tough matchup for Virgil. Alright, Astral, and now he's got to be on defense. Jump over, ooh, not that. Got to jump, normal jump over these fireballs, yep. And yeah, this is an unfavorable situation, but you just got to make it the least unfavorable possible. And there we go, good hard tag. He blocked as far as he could. And now again, similar with the Dormammu strategy, you cannot, unless you're Magneto, you cannot fight Morgan for a screen. You want to make her half screen or 1/3 screen. And you have to put the threat that you are going to come get her, even though it's really physically impossible. You have to put that threat in your opponent's mind or they're just going to do this. Like, Ethan is comfortable right now because he sees that Requiem is not going to come to him. And so he just gets the Astral. Boom, boom, boom. Astral. Alright, now Ethan's gonna try to build some more meter. He's out of Astral right now. Oh god. Oh no, not like this. Not like this. He's also getting these free meter calls. Some other free game. Anytime you're playing against Morgan Doom, if your character has an unfavorable matchup against Morgan, you should be fighting the assist call of Doom. Whenever I'm playing it, oh, the birthday. Ooh, okay. Man, if he hadn't got that confirmed, that would have been nice. Yeah, this should be a hit. Oh, shit. Oh. She. And I think that's gonna be all she wrote. GG's Ancient Requiem. It was, is it 3? Yeah, it was 3-0, but I saw a lot of adjustments that I don't normally see on Parsec. Requiem slowed down and started playing a matchup, and Ethan had to go to his second or third type of play or strategy, and Requiem just didn't have the player knowledge to like combat that with something effective. But that was a really good showing from him. He did press Ethan a little further after game 1 than Ethan was having to go in that first game, because Ethan just kind of Escalante just kind of ran over him the first game, but he made the adjustment, and so that was good to see. But what I was saying earlier about if your point character does not have a good matchup against Morgan and you're playing against Morgan Doom, you need to figure out, yes, Escalante, I see in the chat you're saying that it's Skippy. We were playing earlier, and yeah, it was definitely Big Skip McGee. Was sponsored by that peanut butter boy. It was that joint was Skippy. I think it's just the servers or the connection or whatever going on today. I'm not gonna act like I know anything about computers or the internet or how it works. I just be logging on and hope it's Marvel to be played. But yeah, the servers they doing what they want to do today. They grown. Let's see, Requiem in the chat. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, like if your point character has a bad matchup against Morgan, the next viable thing is like you're avoiding fireballs and you should be fighting Doom. There are times, especially when I'm playing a long set against a Morgan player, I act like Morgan is not even there. I will just dance around the fireball, and when they call Doom, disruptor. And once you start eating that Doom up, and they recognize that they can't call Doom, now Morgan is just Morgan. Like, and I, again, speaking from a place of privilege playing Magneto, I can avoid her, I can trip punish her. There are things that I can, like, it becomes such a more favorable matchup. And so, like, I very rarely consider myself to be playing against Morgan missiles. Like, that's a losing matchup for almost everybody in this game. So I'm either fighting Morgan or I'm fighting the Doom assist. I'm rarely fighting them both at the same time because I'm just gonna lose if I do that. And so, like, for folks who are labbing and trying to get better, whatever you're doing, like whatever you're practicing in the lab right now, you want to go practice Escalante. Yeah, that's me. Whatever you're practicing in the lab right now, if you know your team struggles against Morgan and Doom, you need to go in and figure out what your team's answer is to the missile call in the midst of the fireballs. And not to say you're always going to be able to play it like that, because I've played Escalante enough to know that once he sees that that's the game you playing, he going to switch his game up. But you got to have that game available or he gets to run over you the whole time. And so, like, it's interesting watching now as a commentator, because like there's so many thoughts and stuff that I have when I'm playing, that if you are like an old school player and you were talking to the top level folks and stuff back then, I assume a lot of this stuff is just like common knowledge. But watching the last match where Requiem so we call it, I learned from Tassif, from some brown kid, we call it the Yomi. And so, like, the meta game, what's going on outside of getting hits and combos, what's happening under what we can see right now. And so that first game, Ethan was able to just run up on Requiem. Like, he really couldn't stop him. He couldn't block, he couldn't get the buttons out, so he ran up on him. But the second game, Requiem started blocking, dashing away, and so Ethan went to his second level of Yomi. He was like, okay, well, before I was calling missiles like this, or I was playing Magneto like this. Now that he's blocking, I gotta go like this. And so, unfortunately, Requiem didn't have another level of Yomi to push Ethan to another level of Yomi. And so that's why Ethan kind of ran away with that 3-0. And so that's some things that's going on under what we can see. For folks who are trying to get really good at the game or get to that next level, you got to be able to see the game that's not so apparent if you really want to get to the next level. I see Escalante said also stalling options. For sure, like you do need to know what is the best way for you to stall out Astral Vision with your characters. Obviously, again, speaking from a place of privilege with Magneto, he has so many options, but everybody has something. Even if you don't have all the options that Magneto has, you got to be able to pull your options out of your pocket at any moment, because players like Escalante, players like Cosmos, they are ready with all of their options on a dime. So if there's any gap in your knowledge, they gonna sniff that out like blood in the water and overwhelm you. Double jump. All right, I'm reading the chat. Pick Morgan and character select. Better partner for Virgil than hear you. Oh no, I don't like. I can't do it. Morgan be cheating, bro. Go on the swords or go to jail. And I don't like my philosophy about Virgil. If you can't play Virgil without swords, then you can't play Virgil. Like, and again, it's weird. It's weird to say in the Parsec meta because no one is doing it. But like once the first person starts doing it, everybody else will have to do it. So like when I was learning my team, I decided, like I picked a set of weeks or a set of, if I would go to a major, I'm like, okay, Friday, I'm playing Virgil on point. And what I'm working on is winning the match without X Factor. And so when I took X Factor off of the table for myself, it pushed me to figure out what else does this character have. And so, and I would do the same thing with swords, the same thing with Devil Trigger. I would go through like, and I would sit, to give a little more context, I would go to majors only to play casuals because I've never had a scene. It's always just been me and Tennessee Luna holding it down, and you can only do so much with that. And so when I would go to CEO or I would travel wherever, I would go and I would sit and I will play casuals for 12 hours straight because I need these people for me to learn these levels of Yomi. And so the reason, like when y'all play against my Virgil, the reason why it's so good is because I don't need swords or X Factor. Like I'm actually just playing Virgil. So when I do swords, you're gonna get hit because like it's all the fundamentals plus that. Or a lot of times when I'm playing with Virgil, I don't want you to get hit. I don't care. I play Virgil like it's Morgan. Virgil will chip you to death. I don't need to hit you. And so you gotta be able to have that Yomi. And so like if you're playing on point, I think Virgil against Morgan, if you've got like the DXP style, his strings and stuff are so tight, and his ability to respond to defense or negate defense is so good that he can sword and go. But that is not everybody's play style, and it's not your only option. If I start Virgil against Morgan, I'm gonna let her do what she wanna do because Virgil can get around all of that. We're kind of playing the same game. If she don't have meter, depending on who I'm playing against, if she don't have meter, then she and Virgil are in similar situations. And I can hit her from full screen, she can't hit me from full screen. And so it's, you know, you gotta break down the Yomi like that. Oh Lord, I was gonna say, here come, oh, hope. Boy, I tell you what, oh, this gotta be to the max. Boy, when I tell you this man saw the H episode of Sesame Street and said, I like that one, let's run it. And so like his whole team features the letter H, and online it's a coded strategy. It works out. It works out. Ooh, dang. That was a really smart 99 seconds. All right, let's see. We got the Astral. Let's see how, let's see what, oh my God. Let's see what Cosmos decides to do in terms of his patterns and how he's approaching. So he's filling the screen with the fireballs because Hulk is huge and really struggles to move. That's the great strategy against Hulk. Like there's not, oh, yep, come on. For folks, that's another thing y'all need to go lab. Everybody has multiple buttons that nullify speed tackle. You need to find out what yours are because the way y'all been getting mixed by the speed tackle is not a thing. Like y'all got to go learn the matchup. Everybody has buttons that completely touchdown, completely nullify speed tackle. So now you in the lab this week, you need to figure out which ones yours are. Alright, we got a kill on Morgan. Cosmos got hit with the 2 to max, the button into overhead, which, you know, it's a gimmick, but it'll hit everybody once or twice. I don't imagine he gonna get more than one more of those. Great block on incoming. Love the defensive choices from Cosmo just then. Bam, wow, we are mashing, baby. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Brought to you by the letter H. Let's go, boys. Pow. Alright. Pulse or speed tackle? I will foot dive. Boom. OD at this game. Oh, well. Yep. Guess he's an all-around good guy, face ass, because that throw range was crazy. Oh, not like this. Oh, boy. Alright. Wow. I want to say that was a good tech chase, but I'll also preface that with everything Nova does online is a good tech chase because of the way he's designed. So I don't want to give them more credit than it deserves, but also it needs to be acknowledged. Man, the Hulk got lit up. God damn. He should have called Baby Bop for that Barney joint, boy. Big ass purple Hulk. Okay. Oh, the reset. Morgan's jump light is so broken. All of her air buttons. That's the thing that makes Morgan more broken than Astral and than her fireballs is her size and the fact that all of her buttons are broken. If you fixed either of those things, I would fight Morgan all day. You got it. Like, she's just a regular character then. But the fact that all of her buttons are crazy and she gets big when she's attacking and she disappears when she's getting attacked, that's broken. Like, you can't put both of those things in one character. So, like, that's crazy. Alright. Cosmo is doing a really good job of nullifying armor against Hulk. Armor is the best thing that he has. Oh, is this a thing? Oh, that was unfortunate. That would have been OD if it worked. One of the best things that Hulk has against everybody is their armor. But again, Morgan having so many multi-hitting buttons it just doesn't help. That's another thing that I think at the core of Parsec meta, if you have something multi-hitting and your opponent doesn't, you are at a huge advantage on Parsec. He just got hit because he had multi-hitting with armor versus multi-hitting with no armor and shell kick, and so he won. It's funny how speaking of multi-hitting, let's go boys. Virgil, it's a round trip, baby. He bought 2 tickets. Let's go. Front. Oh boy. Okay. Cool. Gotta keep your hands on the stick, baby. You could have brought that back. One of the things also about Virgil incoming is y'all gotta know, like, if it's cross up, it is rare. It takes a really good Virgil player to have a cross up meaty. So if it's cross up, chances are it's not meaty. So that means you can get out of it. And like you gotta be ready for it. You got the hit on Morgan, big ass H. That's the incoming. Oh, okay. Good defense-ish from Cosmos. Cosmos is now trying to build as much meter as possible before bringing in Virgil, but he got hit with the thunderclap. No Lil Jon, no Usher. Ow. Okay, what's the incoming? Okay, it wasn't really an incoming, but all right. Oh, I don't know about this part. Oh, see, okay. I told you, I don't know about the H. Just H out of H. I don't know about this either. Oh, okay, yep, got it. That was a good adjustment from to the max. But okay, damn, Virgil be out here. Great tech. One thing I will say is that Cosmos is not keeping his composure like he normally does. And so I would love to see him slow down and actually just like play the matchup. Okay, now I guess he kind of has to. Cosmos missiles calls plus Virgil are so good. Okay, this is fine. This is all part of it. What is this? Okay. Oh yeah, and see, y'all are seeing right now where Virgil struggles. So like, if he's playing against a character that he cannot bully, which all three of these characters, because Virgil doesn't have any multi-hitting buttons and these characters have armor, he can't bully them. And so To The Max has so much more freedom to do what he wants to do, especially since Cosmos is playing missiles, because Hulk does not care about that. You really need a beam if you're trying to play against Hulk straight up, which I don't advise, but if you're in that situation, you're just like, God damn, that man skipped a rock on his neck. Body. Dang, he didn't have to pop off after that. That's crazy. Look at Barney. Why are Hulk's teeth so big? That boy teeth look like a white picket fence. Oh, Huckleberry Finn teeth ass boy. Alright, let's go, boys. Alright, he's, okay, good missile call. Let's see what, that confirmed. Let's see what Cosmo's gonna do. TAC? Oh boy. I think this was, Tudamax's best opportunity to win this. I'd have done it too. I'd have killed. Because, yeah, I think Tudamax is getting a lot of leverage off of Hulk because he can be so unga-bunga online, and you just can't respond the way you're supposed to. If you're trying to play measured and the Hulk player is just throwing the alphabet at you, it's a lot on Parsec. That man said, I'm not going to do no TSC. Oh, nothing like this. Like this. Oh, I don't like this for Tudamax because yeah, now that's all she knows. I think that's it. Alright, what's the T? We're gonna have to get, oh no. Okay, that was a great super jump. Folks who don't, folks who aren't using defensive super jumps in your defense, I'm gonna talk about defense after this match. Let's see what happens. Okay. Good positioning. Boom, boom, and you got. I don't know. Nope. You gotta chill. You got to play the matchup because he's gonna lose it. All right. Okay. Oh, or you can go in like a Neanderthal, and this will happen. But I don't think he can kill, can he? I don't know, y'all. I would launch and go away. Oh, wow. Not like this. To the maximum. He did the max number of resets, pressed the max number of buttons, and took it all the way to victory. I can't say I respect it, but it happened. He's moving on. Wedge, I don't know where I'm always asked this question of where this whole idea of unbiased commentary came from. No, like if you playing crazy as a commentator, it's part of my job to say, oh, that wasn't right. Like I'm not just gonna commentate the good part. I ain't got nobody to I'm not esports. I'm from Marvel. I don't play no other game, Street Fighter, nobody with founding company backed money is looking to recruit me. If you playing ugly, I'm saying it. Ain't no reason to be unbiased. I'm biased. I'm biased toward good play. I'm biased toward people learning and getting better. And like on some real shit. So like back when I was traveling, when I was sponsored and doing my whole quote unquote pro player run, there was nothing more facts. There was nothing more important after a major than having a match that was commentated by an OG Marvel player, because they would say the things that I could not see, and because if I could see what they saw, I would have done it. And so like whenever I would have a stream match, commentary was so important because the point of it back then was that Neo saw something I couldn't see. Yipe saw something that I couldn't see. And so like when I commentate, I'm going to be bringing those things to the forefront because people want to learn. Like the number of people who will say something to me in the Zetsu chat like, hey, what should I do in this matchup? What was that? Da, 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 da. Like that was a big role of commentators when we were coming up, and it was a big part of my being able to get good. And so like I want to be able to provide that to the community as well moving forward. And so now I'm not going to sit up here and be like, oh, that was a good incoming when it was clearly an accident. I was playing early. I was playing the first attempt with Jumpman, and the server was skipping. So I got tired on one of their matches, and so I'm trying to do this incoming with Doom. And so I pressed H 3 times and I pressed S 3 times just because I wanted HS, and that thing did a whole new incoming that I ain't never seen, but will be seeing it frequently after this because it was OD. But I went in the chat immediately and said, I didn't do that incoming, but I will be doing it from here on out. I said, I was mashing. Like, I'm going to tell y'all when I'm on some bullshit. All right, who we got? Dr. Gatorade. I love Gatorade. Versus Legend. All right, we jump up and we get the 99 seconds. Another 0. I hate how little he eats. Like, it's okay. Wesker by no means is a broken, by no means is he broken. And so one of the few things he got, that little scrambly maximum Wesker, Zero just sitting there looking at him. Can you imagine being in that match? How in the hell is Wesker propelling his body hither and thither, to and fro, all the way across the screen, and Zero just over here just watching it? Like, he sure is doing a lot to not be hitting me. Just disrespectful. Okay, so now, here come Wesker. We got Wesker and Doom. Ooh, I hate that incoming. I don't know why it is so hard to block, but it is. Okay, not y'all playing the same shell. Is this gonna kill? No? Okay, and then I would have done jump, gunshot, call assist. But I don't play Wesker, so I can't say that. Ooh, we almost shot him. Let's go, boys. Ooh. Oh, not like this. He had to glide on it. Let's go, legend. Why this Doom so silky, boy? That man look like he just came from the Renaissance concert. He understood the assignment. Let's go, the silver. Okay, bow. What's the incoming? Oh, that's a Kuma. Oh, out of that. That was cheap. Okay, and then. Okay, and then. Oh boy. Okay, go on. Okay, oh, not like this. Okay. Not the Kuma mirror. I don't know what you should do here. I don't know about it. Oh wow, cheap. I probably would have just matched Demon, and I don't know if it would have worked or not. All right, what's the 99 seconds? I would have uppercut. You got an uppercut right there, buddy. Slow that man down. Now he done got you half life. Go, you're hit. Oh, well, I guess you're not, because you're zero. I'd have got hit. That's what I'm saying. Magneto wouldn't have been able to come down with a 360 button that shrinks me smaller than my hitbox. But, you know. Alright, we got the loops, or we don't. Oh, not like this. No confirm. Oh, boy. Alright. Oh, wow. Okay. Alright. Skip to my loop. The Tiddlywinks. Let's go, boys. He is running up on him. Yo, okay. Okay. Go on. Oh, we shot him. Oh. Second Amendment rights. Let's go, boys. Go on. No, why what is Wesker so mad about? He be hitting people so disrespectfully. There go the mix again. I'm glad. How does it feel? You get hit by your own shit. How does it feel? Alright. 2-0 legend. Let's go, boys. Alright. I would love to see Gatorade get a little more action out of his zero uppercut. Okay, or just jump out the way and punish. Oh, yo, get red. Biblioteca. The library is open, boys. Get red. Let's go. Oh, boy. Command grab. On one frame, command grab. Okay, and then, okay, Legend ain't got these. Okay, well, at least he knew. First part of winning the battle is accepting that you're behind face-ups. Sometimes you just gotta adapt, you know, go with your own strengths. He knew he didn't have it. Oh, not like this. I'd have side switched somehow, but that's just me. Okay, and then, I don't know how he's supposed to kill off this. Any Akuma enthusiasts in the building? It's not gonna kill, right? Nah. I still would have done. I'd have done another one because you don't commit it now. You can't be out here looking like Boo Boo the Fool. You gotta take it all the way. Oh, just like Living Legend would have done. Let's go, boy. Oh, okay. Just like Living Legend would have done. Diddy Bop. Ooh, okay, and then, okay, you gotta hit him. Oh, no, okay, and then, I don't know. Somebody got to cook somebody. You better get in there. Yeah, you got to take to the skies. No, you can't be staying full screen because he got too much bar. Take to the skies. Okay. Shoto battle. Let's go, boys. The battle of the projectile. We put that car in neutral. Let's go, boys. Okay. And then I'd have went under it. I'd have done it right there. I'd have done it right there. Okay. Let's go. Let's keep it moving. Let's go. Okay. And then cover your six. Okay. Oh. I'd have confirmed it versus me. Okay. And then, all right. We got more fireball. Ooh, got the pink berry. Let's go, boys. Ew. Okay, and then don't do nothing crazy. Got it. Pink berry. Let's go, boys. Let's go. I like it. Dr. Gatorade, we got some electrolytes at the end of that match. Let's go, boy. Hit him. Oh, not like this. Oh, not like this. Not like this. So one thing with Zero, because he has such large buttons, oh god, biblioteca. Because he has such large buttons, one of the big advantages on Parsec is that he can just wake up and do stand H, and because it's like 7 hits long, whatever timing somebody is trying to utilize, they won't be able to because the button just keeps going. So he woke up with light, which is what a normal non-broken character should do, but I think in that situation, had he, oh, not like this. I respect everything that just happened. If he had woke up with stand H, he would have gotten the full circumference of protection of that button instead of just in front. Oh, this ain't gonna hit. Okay. Instead of just in front of him, which is what light is. Sometimes when your character broke, you got to play like it. All right, good shit, Legend.
Player 2 wins.
Nice little 3-1. I respect that Akuma comeback from Dr. Gatorade. I would say about this match, if he just worked on that, he got to work on that Zero start, because he playing Zero as if he's not playing Zero. When you playing Zero, you got to be broke. You got to be broke. Do some broke shit. We're trying to play fair. We got Goki in the chat. He said he could sense the Akuma being played. I respect it. That's what I said, Legend. Yeah, DP. I said I could have DP'd every time. Pause. Yeah, I think again that was another one of those instances of, you could call it getting started, but like if your opponent is a Wesker aficionado and they really know how to make sure they get maximum Wesker off at 99 seconds, you just at some point you let them have it, and then you have to stabilize after that. So like the opportunity I saw, because that whole time you're charging Buster, you have so many options once he lands, and you know where he's gonna land, you know how he's gonna land, and so you got to shoot that Buster, teleport, and hit that confirm. And Dr. Gatorade just wasn't on that. He let that maximum Wesker rock every game. And so I think that's a good place to start, is figuring out like where is it your time to take advantage of what your opponent's doing. I think something else that's cool with Zero and Tatsu, and this is also in general, like one of the standards, I don't remember who it was I played in a long set on Zetsu's channel, but I was playing somebody and they were trying to chase down Magneto, and they were trying to hit Magneto with the assist. And chances are against Magneto, actually against any broken character, you're not gonna hit them with an assist. You're not hitting Magneto with an assist, you're not hitting Morgan with an assist, you're not hitting Zero with an assist. So like a part of your game plan has to be, what buttons do I use to start my opponent blocking so I can call my assist and then go for a proper mix-up. Because if the assist starts the guard, you're not going to have a tool to mix them up with. And so like in that match with Dr. Gatorade, I would have liked to see him control the screen to the point where he could throw out a Zero button and then call Tatsu and go for a true mix, as opposed to him trying to run in with Zero and Tatsu at the same time. One's got to come before the other for you to be at an advantage. And I think that's why he could never really catch Legend and feel like he was stable in the game. Alright, next up we have Cosmos versus Against the Rage. Okay, we got some Viper, Magneto, Dante. My first noticing here that is tough is if he don't start with this charge eye laser, I don't know what you're gonna do, baby, because she can't that girl can't. I don't know. She Viper gonna struggle. All right, now here we go. So right now, okay, great eye lasers, normal jump. Normal jumping is really strong against Astral Vision. I don't see enough people do that. I love the way Against the Rage is playing a neutral right now, and Cosmos saw that Against the Rage had some comfortability in the neutral, and he said, so okay, fuck the neutral, I'm finna kill him. Smart. He already went to Yomi level 2, and we're only 18 seconds into the match. I also like how Rage Against the Rage, you know, I was about to say Rage Against the Machine. I like how okay, and then I'd have confirmed, but that's just me. I like how Against the Rage is holding back. Like there is nobody who's gonna run up on Morgan in this game. It's not happening, and certainly not Magneto. Magneto can't even try jump her. So like, and I mean Viper probably can, but like is really matchup. He's showing his matchup knowledge by trying to let her kind of hang herself, where he went for that team super. That was the right play, as opposed to trying to attack Morgan and Magneto. Cool. Okay, so we saw Cosmos kind of run away with that. Again, from what I saw, there was too many Yomi changes. There were too many Yomi changes from Cosmos in too short of a time for Against the Rage to catch up. So let's see what we get this time. Starts with the eye laser. Notice Cosmos has already made the adjustment. Eye laser is no longer relevant. From one match to the next. Okay, Against the Rage just made a Yomi change where he called Magneto at a really good time to disrupt the Morgan pressure. However, he did not block. I think he either could have gotten out of that corner or he could have just done a better block. Okay, great cross under. Let's go. All right, Viper, let's go. I love the unseen adjustments right now. I wouldn't be doing that because, yep. Or it's fine. I don't know about this. Okay. All right. I'd have kept that tournament combos. I was we don't need all them extensions on Parsec, because the further you go into that combo, the closer you get into this server skipping. You need to be at a place to just end it. The incoming, this hit happened right here because the incoming was mad questionable. It's a little bit of a scramble there at the end. I think that was a misinput from Cosmos because you never want that super. This is X Factor. Yep, it's a hit. And when I tell you, boy, these brothers are not created equal. You got to really know the You really got to know the matchup as Dante to be able to beat Virgil. One thing I want to say about that incoming just then, it was very clear that incoming was not me. So Dante should have double jumped up back and then threw out his helm breaker and been watching Virgil at the bottom to know, do I complete the helm breaker? Do I cancel it into something XYZ? But like moments like that, I think people will either batten down and guess, or they'll let that moment pass them by. You can't, against somebody as seasoned as Cosmos, you can't let moments pass you by. All right, I love the Yomi change. Oh my God, it's so good. I love the Yomi change now. Again, from Against the Rage, he just survived longer in neutral than any other game, which lets you know that he has had to amp it up, and now Cosmos amped it up again to get that hit. One thing that I did notice in terms of pattern is that Against the Rage got hit the same way all of these games. Cosmos doing dash forward shell kick while in Astral. Anytime Morgan closes in on you offensively in Astral, your best way out is straight up. It's the only thing she can't do anything about, but you only get one jump and then she's right back on your ass. And so you got to be really ready to get out of that situation. Did we not reset the score? I don't know what the score is, but it looked like they're saying, I guess there's one more. Is it? I don't know. Let's peep the chat. That man said he smelled the Tatsu. That's crazy. Alright, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to Tuesday Tussle. We are well underway with the tournament. We appreciate the viewers. We appreciate everybody stopping in to hang with us. We got more Marvel on the way. Cosmos just, I'm assuming, took a convincing set here against the Rage. However, like I said, I do want to point out Against the Rage made some adjustments that made Cosmos have to make some adjustments, and a lot of players don't even get that far. So I'm with it. I respect everything that just happened. And I slick want to play Against the Rage in the long set now because he got some fundamentals about it. Let's see what's going on. See what that Viper do. Viper against Morgan. Viper really has to have all of the tools under her control. Like, he could have avoided all 3 or 4, however many games there were. All of those hits he could have avoided with focus. She could actually punish her if she goes focus into something. But it looked like Against the Rage just didn't have that in his arsenal just yet. And it's a lot of buttons to hold. You charging the high laser, you got to charge the focus, and then you also got to do the Thunder Knuckle or the Seismo, whatever it is. So it's a lot. But Against the Rage, if you watch this back, I want you to have something that you can take away from this set and from this match. But yeah, that was strong. Let's see who we got here. All right, we got Random All versus Random All, so I'm assuming it's Remora versus Quack. Just a button check. Let's see who we got here. Hey, these teams ugly. Spider-Man Arthur. Actually, that sounds broken. Arthur throwing daggers and Spider-Man swinging from the Daily Bugle straight at your ass. What you gonna do? You get it? No, I'm gonna get it. Sound cheap.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That's right, the 3rd chapter. The superheroes are all here. Who will rise to the top 2? Get ready to fight.
Hey. Oh, this is Carlos.
Bone Wonderland.
I think that's his name. This man has a good, solid neutral. He will play the matchup. I like watching him. All right, so not like this. So we have Zero versus Viper again, and so I think this is JC6666 again. Okay, he's getting jazzy with it this time. I like the back and forth with Zero. That's a very underutilized tool with Zero is his backdash. The people who I think are really known for it are Zebu and Jabril. This is another broken thing about Zero in the Viper matchup. He just exists under all of her moves in terms of being full screen. So you have to utilize that 3rd dimension of fighting game that she has in a 2D fighter, which is being able to fight from underground, which I also think is very cheap. I wish I had moves coming straight out of hell to hit my opponent in a 2D fighting game, but hey, that's neither here nor there. We see Carlos has switched. Oh, this is Dr. Gatorade. Okay, cool. Carlos has switched and is letting Zero take the helm right now. He's playing Zero Missiles. One of the things I want to point out about Carlos' strategy right now is that one of the things that makes Zero Missiles so broken, like normally if you're playing missiles, you need to protect it, but Zero doesn't really have to abide by that because Zero is so difficult to approach in general that a Zero Missiles player can really just call missiles willy-nilly because there's nothing most characters can do to endanger Doom without also endangering themselves to Zero. That's another reason that, Magneto holds Morgan and Zero accountable in this game because he will blow your ass up from full screen. Same with what also makes Eye Laser so good that Viper can Eye Laser Doom without endangering herself, and that is not normal in this game. So we see Dr. Gatorade's got the hit. Let's see if he can loop. Viper does have fast fall time. And she also has the small character when I'm being attacked, big character when I'm attacking. She has that buff. She disappears from the screen when it's time for her to get hit, and she takes up twice as much screen when it's time for you to get hit. Alright, we got Sugemu. I love seeing the people's chip sequences with Sugemu. Obviously it's broken, but like, again, underutilized. It's another thing that makes Jabril Zero so good, is that he knows how to switch back and forth. Oh, and this is so broken. Him being able to do the fireball and chase it with a teleport is so stupid. Okay, looks like we got some eating inputs. Happy birthday, Butuna! You could have shot him. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay. This matchup, Wesker can hold his own, but I like the Doom versus Wesker matchup for Doom because he can, if you are nice with your Doom neutral, which most people aren't. Yep, go ahead, Carlos. He can really lay this out until your opponent cracks. And I mean, you saw literally, I don't know if I would, oh, that was cheap. I don't know if I would call it exactly a crack just then, but like, Doom takes such good advantage of a single misstep. And so I'm with it. Alright, let's see how we can change this neutral. I think Viper is struggling because there's no beam, and she can't make Zero block. And so, you know, like I was saying earlier, instead of using your assist to make your opponent block, you're supposed to use a button and then let the assist follow up. Viper has no buttons against Zero. She really has to find a good Thunder Knuckle, or she could use a Crouch M in there but it doesn't seem like he was confident enough in that matchup to go in with the Crouch M and set up the mix-up. But Carlos does get the kill on Zero, and so I think this is heavily in Carlos's favor now, because now we have the same situation but opposite, where Dr. Gatorade can't really make Carlos block. Like, you see how the Tatsu is a non-factor right now, because for Tatsu to be effective, the point character has to be blocking. And if Wesker can't make him block, then he's never going to have to deal with Tatsu. And so if I were Dr. Gatorade, I would be trying to figure out a way to get a long distance Crouch M or something right here on this lane. I'd have done it right there. If he had held that Tatsu call and went with Crouch M right there, oh, gee, I like the, you know, I'd have burned it. Oh, I think he might have misread his lead. Because I showed it. Oh, not like this. Okay, and then, boom. And then, oh, not like this. Advice against characters that abuse the air against grounded characters. You're not the only chance you're gonna have to hit, but your best chance to hit them is when they're landing. So, like, I tell people all the time, people are like, oh my god, Magneto does so much in the air, so much in the air. Doesn't matter what he does in the air. He is the best in the air. So, like, you shouldn't be thinking about fighting him in the air. You need to be thinking about when he hits the ground. That is when he's the most vulnerable. So, like, Wesker versus Zero, because Wesker has such meaty buttons, especially Crouch M, he's one of the few characters in this game that can low-profile pizza cut. So, when Zeros take to the sky like that, if I'm Wesker, go ahead, do what you're gonna do. Teleport up, dash up, lightning, buster, and I'm gonna switch sides every time because they're gonna buster down into the right, so I'm gonna cross under. Then they're gonna lightning down into the left, so I'm gonna cross under. And now when he's falling and has no more air actions, guess who's at home down here on the ground? Crouch M. And ain't nothing you can do about it. Like, but you have to create that scenario. Nobody in this game should just be in the air willy-nilly, uncontested. If I'm gonna commit to the ground, I am setting you up while you're in the air and it looks like you're at an advantage, I'm setting you up for this landing. Because that's the only place I'm going to be at an advantage. Wesker is heavily disadvantaged against a character that's currently in the air. So that's how you make that Yomi adjustment. Dang, Feature Gree said Zero got the tech. He can dash away from Seismo. Because, I mean, he does have probably the biggest backdash in the game. I think him and X23 be moving, boy. That backdash. It's crazy. Hey, who we got next? Got people connecting. Remember, folks, donate to the Matcherino. We want our players to get paid. Do any of the sponsored quests. Make sure you are subscribed and following for Zetsu. He is willing enough to pay for all of these servers for us to play 24/7 Marvel, and I know I'll be utilizing it. He having me a good old time. He bringing you Tuesday Tussle every single week. And we love this good Marvel action. Cheat? Get Zero cheating, bro. Cheat? Look at that. Look how fast he gets away. And he don't even need to get away, is what's crazy. Like, he could just stay where he's at, and he's heavily advantaged. But he can also get away. Why? Why would you give him both of those things? Why would you put those two characteristics on one character? Sounds kind of cheap.
Welcome to the world
All
of
right.
Marvel
Oh,
vs.
come
Capcom
Chris.
3.
Boy, when I tell you one thing that Zetsu attracts in this 24/7 server is a Chris. People love Christopher DeMarcus Redfield in the Marvel community. There's always a Chris around. Alright, so we got To The Max versus Living Legend. Name is wrong on. There we go. Boom. Alright, y'all. How many H's you think you gonna hit in this match? Here come one at the beginning. H. Let's go, boys. Capital. Let's go. Hey. Why Hulk fighting like he on the street? Why he punching like a human? He said, we ain't in no video game. This a real fight. Hulk said, I don't believe in Second Amendment rights. Put that gun away. Oh, he choked that man's chest. Y'all ever got choked in the chest? That's new. That just must have just came out. Chest choking. I think all of this is so broken. Y'all, they need to really revisit. Oh, is this a thing? Gee, the match. Oh, gee, the matchup knowledge. You see? Y'all see what I'm talking about? Legend, a expert Wesker. That man throw that crouch M out and let Tassie do the rest. Oh, gee. One frame, command grab, full juggle. Again, why would they let that rock? But hey, the games never get patched, so figure it out. Let's go, Maximum Wesker. Oh boy, H. Let's go, boy. H. Let's go, boy. Oh, not like this. Can he kill? Yeah, I don't know nothing about characters that Magneto, Dude, or Virgil, so I don't be knowing if they did or not. Okay, wow. What am I saying about Chris? That little ice grenade thing, that trades completely with the fullness, the whole of stalking play. They nullify each other. And so anytime he do that, they just don't. You taking that, block it, jump over it, and nothing in this game finna nullify it. You taking that. You gotta hold it. Yes. Let's go. Shotgun. Flamethrower. Wow. The snap. We're trying to get the neutral assist. Okay. X. Let's go, boy. Guns. Nines. Let's go, boy. Guns. Guns. Let's go, boy. Chris and Wesker from a oh, not like this. I can tell Legend messed up the incoming. I think he's supposed to land on the flame grenade, and you have to block down back so the hard tag is free. But it didn't work. Let me find this rock right quick. Rock and roll. Let's go. Out. Oh wow. Great patience. H. Legend able to recognize that the incoming wasn't real because there's no zones in the back, then I mean it's just help jumping for no reason. Command grab. Zetsu. Wow. Let's go, boys. Alright, Wesker is gonna struggle. Oh, this is Chris. He's gonna struggle even more because they don't have any multi-hitting buttons. Oh man. You gotta commit, dog. Put a ring on it. You gotta commit. I don't know about this. Okay. Legend still got a chance. Tuna Max messed up the conversion. Guns. Let's go, boys. Bow. Bow. Flames. Let's go, boys. Like, Hulk is just taking it to the face. He said, my suit is flame retardant. So he said, I'm not concerned. Okay, I love that Legend recognized he made a mistake and he said, let's just reset the news. Because it wasn't oh boy. Okay. Oh, I wish I had a fourth character on my team called Flame Grenade. Must be a sweet life, dude. Are you Zach or Cody? Okay, and then, oh, not like this. Oh, just like that. Get baited. Walk up, grab. Oh, guns. Knives. Guns. Oh, guns. Let's go. Chris votes Republican. Okay, wow. Second Amendment. Oh, but look at that. Hulk comes in and he wins with a national education plan that centers the letter H. All the kids gonna watch that episode of Sesame Street. Let's go, boys. Yeah, I see in the chat y'all talking about how Chris broke. Yeah, he be doing a lot. They need to revisit that flame grenade and that flamethrower because both of them broke. And that ice thing. Oh, H. That man tried to cut it with a plasma knife. He said, nah, dog. My H over. Let's go, boys. That was like how when they teach you the alphabet in elementary school, they give you the teacher used to have the little wallpaper with all the letters around it, and it's the capital right next to the lowercase. Hulk said, I got the capital. You tried to do the lowercase drawing, it didn't work out. Oh, come on, okay. Dang, I wish I could do 236 hits only to kill one character. I don't wish that. Okay, guns. Oh, man. Yeah, character specialists be risking it all just to get what Zero and Morgan wake up to every morning. That man had to do an exact calculation situation. Oh, wow. Speak about it. Wow. Oh, okay. Oh, yo. That man shoved him off the swing on the playground. He just ran up and pushed him off. It's my turn, Johnny. Yo, the armor. He said I saw the most recent episode. I wasn't gonna watch it, but when they said X, I had to tune in. Oh, let's go. Oh, I thought he wasn't gonna die. What's the mix? Oh, that was cheap. On Parsec. I think off of Parsec. You got blown up. But here we are. Okay, I don't know. I don't think this is a thing. Oh, you gotta do something. What's happening? Okay. Oh, wow. The tenacity. Let's go. The resilience from Living Legend. The grit. That man was working like the rent was due. He said, I got kids to feed, a family to support. We can't give up. Let's go. Yeah, it is laggy. we're rolling with the punches tonight. It is what it is. Oh, not like this. Chris is cheap. Why this man be throwing this dang grenade? And he, they say a criminal always returns to the scene of the crime. This man throw the grenade and then it was really just to set off a bomb across town. He on some Joker shit. Like, why am I meeting the incendiary in the air and it's pulling me down to the ground to do 30 hits on me and my mama? Why? Did nobody think that was unfair when they made the game? Nobody thought that would be a problem. This man got a whole extra character on his team. Ow. Boom. Where you be keeping this shotgun? And these bazookas. Look at that. Exactly. Cheap. I respect it. I'm not gonna sit up here and be disrespected on Al Gore's internet like this. I respect it. Oh no, not an air damage. That man be doing enough. Leave him on the ground. Sorry, y'all. I hope y'all are enjoying this highfalutin Marvel action, dude. Thank you again to Full Zetsu for always having somewhere for us to play. Always bringing the action. 24-hour server. You want to run up, get done up. You can sometimes find players like me, Rennie Martin, in the server. And then other times, you don't find me. But if you do find me, I love playing long sets against people, talking about the match analysis. So I want to see the community get better. It's a lot of playing in the community, which is a great thing. It brings viewers, but I've heard a lot of people expressing that they don't really know how to take their game to the next level. And my belief is that the best way to grow is through coaching and proximate feedback. And so I'm always down to hop in the chat and talk game plan and hopefully start to build the fundamentals. Dang, somebody's a true Marvel legend. They went to training mode. That's how you know somebody be grinding this game and they don't play shit else. That was one of the most embarrassing things you could do is you be on stream at a tournament and you go to training mode. Be like, oh, this nigga's dedicated. Alright, we have Escalante versus Joker. Let's go. Alright, let's see. Let's check the Yomi. I love that Joker started and checked Morgan. He done checked Morgan in 3 different places. And so now Ethan has automatically made the Yomi adjustment. He said, we're not going back to any of those 3 places until it's safe. Joker came out the gate and checked her in the 3 spots that she wanted to get the game started, and now Joker has a little leeway to play how he wants to play because he's shown his opponent that he with the shit. Look at that, right under all the fireballs, he didn't jump up. Also, one thing you'll notice is that good Morgan players have different fireball patterns for different ways that the opponent is playing. So if your opponent stays grounded and they're not really confident with their air game, you'll see the Morgan do one thing. If they make an adjustment, you'll see the Morgan go to a whole different pattern. So like if you are a non-Morgan player and you don't understand the various patterns of the player you're playing against, chances are you're about to get outplayed. I can tell that Joker understands the patterns that Ethan has shown thus far because he's avoided taking a whole lot of chip, and Escalante's missile calls are not really doing anything right now. I like the adjustment that Ethan just made, the super jump airball fireball straight forward, because that is the oh wow, great disruptive call. That is the area that Joker is being able to inhabit unchecked right now. Is super jump height straight ahead. And so Ethan saw that and he tested it for a little bit. We're going to see if it comes back any of this game. Oh, not like this. Oh, what a pro player, man. That man dodged the zero uppercut. But again, of course, Parsec and Magneto don't go together very well. He doesn't have any double multi-hitting buttons. So like even when you make a good read like that, you have to read like 3 times before you even get to play. But I did see Escalante, great awareness, being able to get over that that uppercut just then. I was gonna say, yeah, I would have done all that. Oh, I would have done exactly what Escalante just did, and I would be mad right now because it wasn't necessary. But I'd have done it. Ain't no lie. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's go. Ethan can still do this. Let's go. All right, boys. And this is what you get when you play with your food and your opponent is not a novice. The Remy Martin incoming. Let's go, boys. I'd have grabbed it. I'd have done it. Oh, not like this. Oh boy, I'm going for that level. I'd have ran up there on it and we level 3. I'm gonna do it right there. Yeah, back, bitch. I'd have done it. I've done it. I respect everything that's
Player 2 wins.
Let's go. Let's do it. Great adjustments back and forth. All right, let's see what 99 seconds look like and what patterns go. Look, oh, he tried it again. Ethan said not this time. And now he gets the first Astro. Let's see if, oh, boom. Y'all see that? He said, my man's be going straight up. We got a pattern for that. There's a pattern for that. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, boop, boop. Hard tag incoming. Watch, it's coming. Because there ain't no way to get it out of, ooh, I'd have been closer to Magneto. Because when he land, you got to be there. Boom, told you. And that's another thing. A player who is aware, when they notice their opponent is constantly giving them full springs, that means I can take advantage of it. I don't know. He didn't need to X Factor, but I don't think. Ooh, she is cheap. I'm going to share another philosophy after this match about level 1 X Factor. And now, look at this. Ethan is able to stabilize. Boom. And now I want him to go full screen and Astro. And if I know Joker, his plan is going to be to try to overwhelm Morgan with fast movement and drones. And so Ethan can stay composed through this Astro. And Joker doesn't get a meter to be able to do shockwave, run up, then this should be Ethan's game. Look at the stabilization. I like it. Ethan is just playing the matchup. I wouldn't go for an incoming. No. I be making people hold it. I do not use level 1 X Factor. I don't care what the situation. You see? I don't care what the situation is. Because some bullshit can happen. This game got too much bullshit. Bow, 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 bow. Still be going backwards. We don't need confirms. When you win it, you do not need to confirm it. You already won. Alright, let's see what 99 seconds look like. Let's see if Joker can make the adjustment. Okay, where's the drone? Cool. He went for it. He tried to make an adjustment in 99 seconds and it was a incorrect guess, but it wasn't unsafe, so all is good. Depending on how you feel about letting Ethan get that Astro off. And he took a considerable amount of damage. Oh, he's dead. Yeah, but again, folks, Magneto is the only intentionally valid top tier character. They made sure if he was gonna have some strong shit, it is very punishable. And so, just always be aware if you feel like you are down in the Magneto matchup, he has to be correct. And so, oh wow, that was great spacing. Great spacing from Joker on this thing. Ethan got too comfortable and went for what he felt like was a sure thing on the shell kick, and Joker woke back up all of a sudden and made it pay for it. What I like to see is you gotta chase Magneto on the ground. You cannot let, oh, everybody did. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it matters. I wouldn't have X, but I don't know if it matters. Oh my God, see how it almost mattered? I wouldn't have X. See how it almost mattered? I would be full screen doing disruptors and probably not even calling missiles, really. There's no need to be in the air against him. Wow. Ethan able to take it regardless. Okay, let's see what the adjustment is in 99 seconds. Okay, Ethan used the new 99 second opener, and I think can you get out? I think that was Parsec, because he should have been able to dash S right there. I think Parsec ate that dash. Joker did a good job making an adjustment that just kept him safe. Notice that he is not challenging Morgan because you shouldn't. Like, Magneto does not have good buttons. so he can't fight Morgan straight up. Yeah, right there you could have hit. Again, that landing. I think both players right now are doing less than they could be doing when their opponent is coming out of the air. I think that's a gap that's being left by both players right now. Like right there, you got to be there. Morgan should not be landing comfortably. This is your only opportunity to hit her while she's landing. And every time she's come from the sky, she has landed comfortably in this set. Oh, Jesus. God dang. Ping pong. Alright. Oh. That was an OD grab. I would have been ready. Alright, he's gonna do some crazy ass incoming and it's not gonna work because if you're playing against somebody with good fundamentals, you can't do an incoming that's willy-nilly like that. Like when you're trying to hook the book, shimmy on the incoming, a highly skilled player is going to get you. So you gotta do something needy or something that is at least a bait to them getting hit. Like there was no world where Joker was gonna get a grab in that situation. Not against me. So that was good. Yeah, GG's to both people. I'm seeing Ancient Requiem. You asked earlier, what do I think of the Virgil versus Magneto matchup? I don't know. I stay away from matchups. In terms of like what's 5-5, 5-4, 6-7, boopty boo, because, and maybe this is a Magneto thing. Again, like my philosophy is that Magneto is the only balanced top tier character, like who is balanced the way that he is. And I think further evidence is that he has no overwhelmingly good matchups. And so, or little to no, I'm sure there are some out there, but like you have to go so far down the tier list before you can say anything is less than 5-5 Magneto. And so like, I just think it puts him in a different category than the other top 5 characters. So I personally don't know much about matchups in terms of is it 5-5 or whatever, because for me, with Magneto, it all depends on the player. I don't think Magneto is naturally winning a lot of matchups, and that's why you don't see any point Magnetos, nor have you ever really seen more than 2 or 3 point Magnetos in any Marvel meta ever, because it's too hard. When Zero and Morgan and Virgil are right there, why would you pick Magneto and have to earn every game? It's too much. And so is it 5-5? I don't think anything is 5-5 with Magneto. If you would call it 5-5, I think it's truly 6-4, because the unspoken sentence that comes after that, or the clause that comes with that, is it's 5-5 if the Magneto can make it 5-5. Whereas the Virgil and the Zero and the Morgan, they just flying around with their finger in their butt and it's 5-5. So like, I don't know, I don't think Magneto has any relevant winning matchups. And so like, all I know when I start is that I gotta be better than my opponent. So I don't know if it's 5-5, 6-4, 7-3. In all of those situations, the only answer is for me to be better than you. Because Magneto's not getting anything for free. So I don't know what the matchup is. Looking good. We are pushing on through this top 8. Folks, remember to go peep the Matcherino. We want to make sure our players get compensated. Click the links, do the little things that they're asking, go on your little quest on the internet so we can get this money in the bank. Shawty, what you drink? Know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Yes, I know what you are saying. Great. We're loving seeing this Marvel action. Requiem, I can say more about Mags versus Virgil. and I'm still honestly learning in that matchup because like Magneto's strength is going to the air in every situation, in most situations, but in that matchup he needs to stay on the ground unless like if the Virgil is good enough to take advantage of me going in the air, which like when I play against DXP, he's the only Virgil who I've played against who makes it a liability for me to go in the air every time I go in the air. And so like most players who play Virgil can't actually play Virgil well enough for me to have to respect the matchup. And so I think there's something there. You've got to figure out how to place those buttons, how to put those dashes. Because like the thing that Virgil is the most strong at is that his buttons can beat anybody to where they're going. If you're trying to plan a button for 2 moves from now, he can press a button that stuffs you now. And that's one thing that makes DXP as good as he is, that like a lot of people don't talk about because it looked like he's just dashing around, mashing and helm breaking, but it's his spacing and understanding of guard stun on those buttons. And so like when I am Virgil against Magneto, Magneto leaves a lot. He's very punishable. He's the only top tier character who everything good he has is punishable at the beginning and at the end. And for Mag Blast it's punishable in the middle. And so when I'm playing Virgil, I am trying to stick a button in the space that the character leaves open. And so like if I'm playing against Magneto, I'm staying completely on the ground. And when he, for instance, if he box dash Mag Blast, I'm just gonna stand H because H beats him on the ground, in the air, chops the Mag Blast, and you can confirm with S. Like when I play, and even if you watch me play against Magnetos in the mirror, I am never attacking Magneto. Magneto is not a character that's made to attack people. He can't. Like, he can do a mix-up while you're under an assist, but aside from that, everything he has is beatable. And so, when you see me playing Magneto versus Magneto, I am only responding to what the Magneto does. Because I'm not supposed to be able to hit you as this character, unless you're already blocking. And so if I'm Virgil against Magneto, I'm just running away until Magneto does something that one of my buttons can completely do. And then I just throw that button and he dies. And then once you prove to your opponent as Magneto that they can't do these things that are actually unsafe, they'll have to back off and start playing a full screen game. Then you can start playing the spacing game of I'm gonna close the distance on you, make you have to go to the air, then I can scout on your landing. But like, in terms of, I think in general, if you wanna beat Magneto, you have to activate 3 levels of Yomi in the first game before you're even allowed to play. And I think that's why people feel like Magneto is better than he is, because I think he locks you out of the game in a way that makes you feel insignificant. If you don't have 3 levels of high level play, you will not touch him. And so, but it's possible. You just have to be very good to even be good at all against that character. Ooh, okay. We got Escalante versus Living Legend. We got the names right. Go ahead. Cool. Those are correct. Chris versus Magneto. So this is another instance. If Escalante actually starts Magneto, it's interesting because Chris controls the ground much better than he controls the air. Okay, he starts Wesker, which is a good idea. And I mean, there can be something said for the way Escalante's, or the way Legend started the match. Like maybe it's from like player knowledge from playing each other so often, but he went for a 99-second post select for a jump grab, which I don't know. I don't think it's necessary because like Magneto, I don't know. It was an advanced Yomi read for a game, but I mean, again, I'm sure these people have played it. So, Ethan Escalante was really able to run away with this one. I think because Legend didn't like get established. Like with Escalante has a very fast and aggressive Magneto, and so like you have to show him that he can't run over you, and you do that by playing the spacing game. Because if you run up on him, like you see that, like he made an approach and used an assist at the beginning, and so like now Magneto is at the advantage. Now Legend is playing, he's like, okay, I'm gonna set the spacing. He set up his shit on the ground and he's like, okay, yeah, you ran over me first game, but I got to show you I ain't no hope. And so now Ethan has to respect Chris. Or he had to, and because he didn't, now he did. Lame fuck. Shoot. Cool. Alright, okay, good look, safe incoming, okay. I think Chris, I will go forward, and let's see, yeah. I was about to say, I think Chris is super disadvantaged in terms of like playing the way that I've been commentating this whole time. Like you are supposed to go toward Morgan in that situation, but because he's such a normal character, when he gets there, there's nothing he can do that's better than what she can do. However, I will point out, remember I said a few games ago, if your point character can't fight Morgan, then fight Doom. And look at Doom. He been fighting at assist, which is what you gotta do. If you can't fight Morgan, fight Doom. Boom, super, super. That is so cheap that she can super after her level 3. Ow. God. Oh, and there we go. And now it's winnable. Look at that. If you can't fight Morgan, fight Doom. Oh, that was it. No, please. There we go. All right, now run. You have to go in. You gotta go in. Look at that. See how he's using his available options? No, he can't fly. No, he can't do this. But he got through 3 rotations of astral patterns before he was in danger of getting hit at all. And because Morgan is so broken, like you have to take that. You've got to show your opponent that they are not in control when you're playing against a Morgan. I love the way Escalante is waiting. Oh wow, that was broken. Legend is getting a little too antsy with the supers, and Escalante is actually baiting him to use these supers, and it's working. So Escalante will look like he's about to do a certain air action with Morgan, and Legend is responding to that air action, but then Ethan is doing something completely different. That was a parsec error from Escalante. You could tell it wouldn't give him unfly. I think that was either fireball or unfly light, and he got stuck. And so Legend was able to take advantage of that instantly and get the kick. Okay, so you see, alright. Now, again, it's the switch. Another change for the so get your football time when you're just he said, okay, I'm not going to switch my feet up. I'm just going to switch characters to Kiri. That's all I'm just going to get 10 and work and he goes to get in it. And now you're going to play another big touch away. And so it's like, you got to start over. And that's the outlook of the point. Because you haven't even seen this matchup, and we're on the third match of the day. You haven't had to deal with this the whole time. And now all of a sudden, you got to deal with this fireball from behind. Okay, cool. Okay, you must have missed this good too. I was going to say, the super. Blow up. I don't know what the best case scenario is here in terms of what Legend should do. Because it's an uphill battle either way, and now he can't fight Doom because Chris is gone. He's gonna actually have to win this against all three of these characters, and that's tough. Oh, I'd have ran in with a button and X Factor, I guess, and then just been sitting there in front of Morgan with nothing to do and got killed either way. All right, we're back with Morgan on point. Let's see if we can make another Yomi sweep. It's tough. Chris just out here trying his best. Oh my God, that is so crazy. Do you see how small she is? Like her hurt box is so small, but her hit box is gargantuan. I think that's the most broken thing about her, Zero, and Viper. It's just unfair. I don't know about this. I'd have done Super, but again, he's got two characters. Okay. I didn't know. I thought he had Akuma was X Factor. There we go. Oh, look at that. That's so stupid. Retreating S does 6 hits on multiple characters. Why? You think you earned that? Bitch backdash and just press the button. Oh, that was unfortunate. That was a large commitment just then, but I get it. Oh, is this a thing? Let's go. Alright, Legend. What I would like to see from this next match, though, like, that was lucky, to be honest. Legend got to stabilize. That was not a stabilized match. He stole that. So, like, you got to come in more stable and play a matchup. Okay, good starting full screen, because there's nothing you can do when you get over there to her. Half, boom, half, boom. Look at the placement. This is called spacing. A la Justin Wong, a la Taquito, a la, Daigo Umahara. It's the spacing. Oh boy, and Ethan took advantage of it. In that situation, the Legend should have backed up and stabilized again. You can see that Parsec is eating some of these fireball inputs. Ethan has missed every soul drain loop that I've seen him try tonight. And so I think as a Parsec thing, he's going to get hit by a fireball. Yep. Okay. That's good. I don't know about that part. Oh, or get resocked. Let's go, boys. The reset. There. Oh, I'm hit. I didn't know what was going on. Okay, look at that back. Oh, the fact that Morgan gets a full range of movement without having to input multiple times is also broken. Especially on Parsec, because she can't mess up her movement. Whereas somebody like Magneto or Trish, for them to actually get away, they have to execute the movement. And she just gets it for free. Oh, that was a punish and a kill. I think Legend got negative edge. I think he got negative edge trying to stand up and do light, and he got back down back. Okay, or I'd have done another one. I don't know how it would have worked out, but I'd have done it. Oh. Okay, and you got to calm down. You cannot get antsy against them. You have to fight him straight up. Especially a player like Escalante who is willing to play correctly. You can't do that. You can't run up on him. Stay right there. Stay right there. Okay, and then I'm with it. Let's go. Stabilize. Don't go for an incoming. It's not worth it. Yep, there we go. You have a beater and he doesn't. No, don't do that either. That's risky. Boom. There we go. Take the hits that you earn. Don't try to steal the game. Boom, boom. Bow, 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 bow. That's it. Yes. That's it. An earned win. Good shit from Legend. He stabilized, brought it on home. Girl, you earned it. I respect it. You earned it. Let's go. There we go. Okay. In this top 8, as we push to the top 8 bracket. We push to the top 8 bracket. Folks, don't forget to donate to the Matcherino. We got Remy Martin on the mic tonight, giving y'all the pro player analysis, trying to drop the knowledge on the community and what have you. If y'all want to keep seeing Remy Martin, y'all donate to the Matcherino. We want to make sure we are continuing to support Marvel, because as we saw at Evo, ain't nobody else gonna do it. Vis-a-vis Guilty Gear or Blaze Blue announcement after the finals, y'all can kiss my ass with that. So, if y'all not gonna do it, we'll do it ourselves. Donate to the match arena. Want to make sure people keep coming out and have an opportunity. These servers ain't free. They may feel free to us, but they are not free to full Zetsu. Somebody's paying somewhere. It's America, capitalist society. So whatever feels free to you has been paid for. And we want to support our homies on the back end. Donate to the channel, donate to the Matcherino. Make sure you do the Matcherino quest. Add 40 cents, 50 cents to the Matcherino so our players can have some payout, baby. I'm interested to see how this top 8 ends up. I'm also hungry as fuck, but I feel like I've committed to this point, and so I got to stay here and continue commentating. Got to press on toward the mark. Grab some water over here. Okay, we got Joker coming up and Cosmos. This is gonna be a lot going on. I don't usually sit and watch full tournaments. Now I see why y'all be mad about Morgan Zero and even Magneto. Like, they've been in every single game, like, the whole time I've been here. And it's a lot, like, especially when it just looks like the players are spamming or mashing and there's no context. I can see how this is boring. But, I promise you, it ain't no matchup that I like more than Magneto versus Morgan and Magneto versus Zero. Those matchups, to me, make the game, like, those are the essence of Marvel when they are played at a high level, because all three of those characters are broken in their own right, and their only purpose in the game is to stop the other two. And so it's cool when you see somebody play in a matchup. So I want to see, we saw that Joker eventually caught the 99-second pattern against Escalante, I think it was. I want to see what Cosmos does differently. I can already see that, oh wow, that was a sneaky missiles combo. What I can see, oh yeah, pow. Can't fight Morgan, fight Dylan. Let's go. Ooh. And you see, once Doom ate the first disruptor, the next missile call you saw from Cosmos was like to after Magneto was blocked. And that's the kind of thing, like, you get to enact your own Yomi, or you get to influence your own Yomi by sending certain messages to your opponent of showing them your game knowledge. So now Cosmos has to play differently because of this one thing that Joker has shown. And ideally, that difference, you have another level of Yomi from Joker that would take advantage of that difference. And that's what I have not seen in the matchups with Joker versus Ethan or Joker versus Cosmos so far, is that he is enacting the first part of the Yomi, but then when he's got this Zero Morgan situation, he's still playing full screen. And I think that's where he's messing it up. You have to close the territory on her, and she cannot land comfortably. So notice again, in this matchup, every time he shows Cosmos that he can land how he wants to land, he gets further away from winning the match. You have to pressure her when she's coming in. Okay, so anything that happens right here will be luck / parsec, and you see, like, that was just unfortunate. Like, the matchup has already kind of been, again, just unfortunate. The matchup has already kind of, now why he go that way? Gee. I think in terms of Joker's strategy, he gave away too much with Zero. Like, if he can close this Zero gap and actually make Zero a character in this matchup, then you will see a lot more opportunity for him to win. But this Sentinel comeback thing like that, Joker can run on a lot of players. It's not going to work against somebody like Cosmos and someone like Cosmos playing a team that's so much better than you. So like you're going to have to legitimately beat. You're not going to steal it. And so let's see if he closes the gap here with Zero. We're up, okay. Let's see, yep, okay, good. Going back while she's in Astral, boom, right there. Put the pressure on, I'm with it. She's in Astral, all right, Astral's gone. You gotta go forward. You gotta go forward. Let's see, he's letting Morgan dictate the pace. And that's gonna be, that's what's keeping him down and out in this matchup. She should not be dictating the pace against her only competition in this whole game. And she is still playing like she's playing against Chris or Spencer. Like, you've got to use Zero like he's Zero. Go follow him. You got to follow him. And so it looks like Joker is still trying to find his footing, and Cosmos is making adjustments to these micro adjustments that Joker is making, and I think that's mentally making Joker feel like he's not making any adjustments. They're making little micro Yomi changes right now. That was a good buster, notice, because Joker happened to be close, and when Shell Kick is by no means as safe as it looked, and so she did Shell Kick, and he just busted from front. Like, that works all the time. But you have to be there to have that opportunity. And up until that point, Joker was never there. And so hopefully he catches on to this for himself and can make a little more out of Zero in these next couple of seconds. He gets a second chance at life. You should already be over there. You'll already be over there. Boom. Yep, I don't know about this. I don't know what that is. Okay, and then, okay. I'm with you. Okay, let's go. Close the gap. I don't know what that was. Okay. And then, I don't know how you're supposed to get over here to the other side. Why did the chicken cross the road? I don't know about that. See, folks just be, I don't see. It didn't take all of that. Just keep your lead. Like, you don't have to do a silly ass combo when you winning. Oh Lord, look at this. Had it been 3 more seconds on there, this could be a whole different thing.
Player one wins.
Folks, don't be playing with your parsec. Be giving people some bad habits, and that shit be working out. But don't do that against a certain caliber of player. It ain't always gonna work out for you. Look at that. That was great. That was really good setup. He came back down, called the assist, and was able to go low. See, y'all, that's not real. Like, if he ever knock you down and call drone with Magneto, Magneto has no meaty on Waker. He cannot meaty people on Waker. So if he knocks you down for a quote-unquote reset, you are not getting reset. Jump, mash, whatever, it's not real. He cannot make anybody respect him on Waker. Ooh, that was that good space in the game. I don't know about this. That's tech trap. And yeah, again, an example of Joker trying to steal the game right there. And again, like, yeah, maybe against other Parsec players or whatever, but this is not that. This is Cosmos. He's forged in a different fire. You're not going to steal a game from him. He's New York. You're going to have to beat him. See? You could have just knocked him down and done a reset. Because Zero, on the other hand, can actually do a mix-up with drones on Waker. Something that's important right now is that Cosmos is not the type to do ugly hard tags. So he's actually going to fight this out until he gets the meter. And so one thing that Joker could do that I'm not seeing him do right now is make his whole game plan about avoiding chill. And so, like, when your opponent as Doom shows you that they are willing to fight it out with you, and you know they're trying to get to a meter mark, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. Okay. Got scared. What's supposed to be the pickup off of this? I might have level 3, but that's just me. I'm scared. Okay. Zoop zoop, zip zop, zam zing, up, and see, and gave it all away. Boom. Doom, yep, boom. Oh, we living though. Oh, we not. Boom. Oh, I don't know why you would do that. Okay, and then we land, and now we going for it. We blocking. I would wake up, teleport. I would teleport right there and kill. Kill. That's everybody. Under. Oh, yep. Let's go. Oh. And then. Okay. I don't know. If he had got that hit, we could have been. Oh, that's it right there. That's it right there. What? Oh, he didn't have it. No. Again, lucky, stolen. It was not like the odds was just in his face. And sometimes it worked like that, but you don't want that to be your main strategy. Let's see if, oh my god, this is so cheap. Keeping a hard tank. Bro, like, ooh, hard set. I just can't. Don't ever let it be me. I can't do it. I bet on myself, baby. We playing the neutral. It ain't gonna be no hard tank. I can't. If you outplayed my first character, you just did. I'm not gonna come in looking like no pussy ass boy. Hard tank. Okay, and then, ooh, but I mean, I guess if your opponent ain't gonna punish it. I haven't really seen Cosmos in control of the matchup the way that Morgan Missiles could be, and I'm not 100% sure why. I feel like when it was Ethan versus Joker, Ethan had a different type of read on Joker that made this matchup look a lot less favorable for Joker. But I think it's because, maybe because Cosmos this is not a thing. You should have just, yeah, see, that's not a thing. Because Cosmos plays so calculated, oh wow. He's not ever switching up the, god damn. Okay. He's not ever switching up to anything so crazy that it'll surprise Joker, whereas Escalante's team has those things. He needs to stay back. He getting too antsy. No, that's not good. Don't do that. Okay, there we go. And again, another stolen game. They both play ugly just then. But this should be all. I don't know about this. Why would you do that? You gotta do something with a meaning. That wasn't me. Okay, now you don't want to win either. Okay, I guess. Alright, what's the T? Oh boy, yep, I saw that coming. But we out here. Just get to the ground and swords and crown. Oh boy. Okay. Orb, swords, crown. Thank you. Oh Lord. Okay. I'm glad I don't wrap this up. That was unfortunate. Alright, last game. Okay. Good night. Ooh! Eat him. Good 99 seconds from Joker. Disruptor again. Oh, not that. That's not going to do what you want it to do. That bar ain't working. Because he don't even need to call version. So, like, what was the point of doing all that damage and losing the ball? Side. Ooh, out of that. TAC. Okay. Boom, rocks. Morgana. Jump. Okay. Now, Joker gonna really have to play his ass off because we see he been struggling with this Zero versus Morgan. Ooh, nasty. Why is she like this? God damn, I know Morgan in relationships gotta be toxic as fuck. She toxic with her damn self. This is not a thing. Or, okay, you almost made something. Okay, and then, okay, okay. And Sentinel gotta eat, he should be up. Yep, there you go. Down, duck, up, yep, fly. Forward, backwards, down, up, fly. Let's go. Okay, up, fly, forward, down, back, and so for folks that don't see the pattern right now, he is baiting the missile call while he's at the top. Oh, or he did. While he's at the top of the screen like that, he's baiting the missile call because a flying, okay, we still got it. A flying character can like kind of go back and forth and throw the missiles off, so that ensures that the missiles aren't building her more meter. All right, let's see if he got some Yuli in him. I give this to Cosmos, to be honest. If he get that second bar, and even if he don't really, because he's gonna play the matchup. You see, he's like, I've got the lead. I'm not gonna engage. I'm from New York. I'm a prominent player. I don't need to overextend. Boom, we're gonna play the matchup. Finger lasers. I'd be laying a Zero out with Doom too, boy. Because Zero players don't be knowing how to play the rest of the game. Like when you can't do whatever, you want to do, Zero be over there looking crazy. Unless your opponent gives you the opportunity to do whatever you want to do, like that, and you do it. You mash S in the neutral under guard stun, and it works. Then what can they tell you? Oh, he ain't got it. That's it. There we go. Cosmos takes it. I believe that was winner's finals, honestly. Hope you guys are enjoying this Marvel action. It's me, Remy Martin, on the mic. Giving y'all some hot commentary tonight. Trying to make sure the people get what they need to keep moving forward in their Marvel career, their Marvel placement. Let's get it. W player and W commentator. Well, thank you, Zetsu. I do what I can, you know. We trying to show people the underbelly of Marvel, because that's where the wins are happening. The champions aren't being born in the lab unless you can see the Yomi, because you don't know what you're practicing for. This music, boy, cutting up. Now I'm gonna eat. I gotta go get something so good to eat. I'm over here having a good time, Cosmos. I'm plenty entertained. I love watching a nice solid matchup. Trying to teach the people about the Yomi. You and Ethan giving me a lot to talk about, because y'all be switching up the style mid-point match, the decision making. So I'm having a good old time. I don't know about the crowd, and I'm over here commentating to my little heart's content. Now I see why commentators be drinking water all the time. I don't never be talking this much. It's a lot. Gotta wet my palate face. Ooh, I just heard somebody connect. Who we got? Bring them out.
Go for broke. Fight.
Living legend. Had to lay the kids down, dog. Now it's Marvel time, baby.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That's right. The third chapter. The superheroes are all
Let's
here.
go, boys.
Who
Let's
will
go,
rise to the
boys.
top?
We got Remy Martin on the mic. Is this Yuli? Oh Lord. Yuli versus Cosmo? Let's go, boy. Yuli be out here. Zip, zooping, dropping, hard tagging, and all. Let's see what we got. Right. Here we go again. We got God man, that was a good rapid flash call. We got Zero versus Morgan again. Let's see how Yuli approaches this differently than Joker Zero. Okay. We got the back and forth, the dip and dot, the dip and dash. We also got the great equalizer, jam session. I tell you, Dante parents must have paid for some good guitar lessons for that man. Because that instrument has taken him all the way. Again, this playing full screen against Morgan and you not Magneto, you gonna lose. I need these Zeros to get a little bit better on the God damn. To get a little bit better on the matchup, and see, she wouldn't have been able to full screen Soul Drain loop you if you weren't full screen. And another thing about Dante is like he can't fight Morgan or Doom, and so this is kind of a lost cause at this point in the match. Like it's so much better to have Virgil with Dante behind when you have lost your Zero, because he can pressure Morgan in a way that she can't call Doom. There we go. But of course, we're gonna do some wonky shit. Okay, this should be a chip out. Look at that. That was a look. Cosmos definitely did the right thing. Sting, I wouldn't have, I don't know. He's behind. I wouldn't have done that. Because you can't even kill. Okay. Well, super on incoming. Boom, there we go. Boom. This is fine. Boom, I'd have done it right there. Boom, 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 boom. And L. Oh, I'd have done. I don't know what he did. It looked like rapid slash, but he should have done like. He had to do something meaty right there because he was not at an advantage, but he was about to be. He did dress crouch like. Again, a steal from Yuli based on a minute incorrect decision from Cosmos, and it was just a scramble. I will say again that like Zero players have got to put more pressure on Morgan, like safe pressure. When she's up in the air like that, you gotta make her scared to go to the air, you gotta make her scared to be on the ground. And you can't do that playing full screen. Especially not when you don't have a beam. So like, ooh, that was cheap. The jam session, you gotta be there. You gotta be right up on their ass if you playing jam session. Legend, I'm trying, dude. I'm having an okay time. We're making it work, giving us a little something to work with. Oh, I don't know about it. And see the thing about this with Virgil missiles against Zero jam session. The thing that's really good about this shell is they can force you to the air and then mix you when you come to the ground. But you dead. But when the opponent has jam session, Virgil is rendered almost useless in this part of the match because he can't mix you coming down. And so I don't know what the best. Get cross up from just like Remy Martin would have done. I don't know what the best case scenario is then. Oh, I don't got here. Okay, and then see. Okay, and then M. Oh, what a block. Okay, and then oh boy. Oh, okay, I'm with it. Matchup knowledge, a low profile. Another advanced tactic is if you're playing against an opponent that likes to scramble, one way to ensure that you get the hit is to do things that make it look like you're scrambling with them, but actually you're just blocking. And so that's how Cosmos got the hit on Dante. He had done 2 or 3 aggressive go-ins right before that moment, and there he ran and jumped as if he was going to do another one, but all he did was block and punch. And so it makes your opponent overcommit, and it becomes a bait instead of a scramble. Hey, good 99 seconds. It was a good jam session call. I don't know about this Astral because what is you going to get off of it? And now you got missiles. There we go. Need pattern, boom, boom. And you got to stretch this, baby. Make this cookie stretch. I don't know about it. I don't like that positioning. And you see the difference in this match is that I don't know if Yumi is placing himself or if Cosmos is allowing himself to be placed. But the difference is that 0 is always around that 1. And that's how he keeps getting the hit. And that's the matchup. Like, that's how you're supposed to place it. You can't hit her if you're not there. Do you X? I don't like the X, but I understand. Okay. Missiles. Yep. I don't know about it. Oh, look at that, the crisscross. As you see, like I said, the power in that team is while the character is landing, Virgil gets a mix. So now that jam session is gone, it's a thing. And this is another reason that I don't think level 3 Virgil is actually a thing. Like, because he just, the stuff that he needs to be a good character, he doesn't have any of it by himself. So, like, if your opponent allows Virgil level 3 to come in, hit the ground, and not being block stunned, that's less about Virgil and more about poor decisions from your opponent. And so what Cosmos did there, he committed to letting Virgil level 3 come in, but he then played the matchup to where it didn't become a factor that it was a Virgil level 3. He either kept him in guard stun or he crisscrossed under him because Virgil has no air action. So as long as you stay out of Helmbreaker range, it's free. And he did not play against Virgil as if Virgil was something to be keyed. Because his weaknesses are glaring. He is a very strong character, but it doesn't matter if you only play to his weaknesses. It doesn't matter what he's good at. So now, speaking of the things that Virgil is good at, now that he has a multi-hitting close range assist behind him, this is the best Virgil will ever be. Because now he gets to crisscross and go over and under, hither and thither, to and fro. And so, like, this is an actual Virgil in his prime. And then he gets it out and he gets to go back. I don't know about this. Gets to go back to 0. And so now, here we go. We're going to bring it back to what we said earlier. When you're playing against an opponent who has Doom and you know they are not going to hard attack, they're going to play it out, like, you got to go in there and you got to actually get the hit. So, Yuli, I don't know about this, because if he lives, it's a bad situation. You gave me Virgil Doom. So, you got to finish it out. I feel like Yuli going to do a reset. Jump light something. Okay. Zoop, zoop, bibbity bop, bibbity boop, bam, bam. Okay, alright, finish the plate. We got the tea bag. Graham. Oh, okay. Jump Graham. I'd have done it. Okay, I'm with it. I'm with it. Okay, let's go. See, I respect some good marking. That's how the defense wins championships, baby. That was OD. Even if he don't win, he won on principle. Even if he don't win this game, he won this game on principle. It's very clear right now that Cosmos is playing better than Yuli in a lot of these instances. But again, Parsec, multi-hitting buttons, and jam session makes a big difference in this landscape. Is this the actual score? I feel like I ain't watched that many games, have I? Uh-oh, now we got Honduran in the chat. From what I understand, he's not very skilled. Unlike me, Remy Martin. No, you miss same old, dude. This is how it usually goes. We are anchored down for the remainder of Tuesday Tussle. We got Remy Martin on the mic, the inaugural Tuesday Tussle champion. I'll never enter again because then I will be able to be dethroned. And why would you do that? You don't see Michael Jordan going back for seconds? And when he tried it, it didn't look so good, did it? And this is what we call getting ahead of the situation. Get in there when nobody knows what they're doing and everything is all in flux, win it, and then run away. I'll do you one better, Honduran. I'm on the White Sox. Y'all finna catch me doing a first to 10 with Nina in Street Fighter 6. And then we gonna run it back. Okay, here we go again. Now let's keep the set bag free, dude. Let's just play good Marvel. Okay. Oh, I hate it. And I mean, I guess it's a strategy. But notice, again, like I've been saying all night, when it's Zero versus Morgan, the Zero has to make Morgan uncomfortable. And so as much as I hate these errant ass lightnings all over the place, who's comfortable during a lightning storm? And so like it makes sense and you can't punish it on this platform. So, I mean, it's in the rules. It's allowed, they said. It's allowed. Okay. Yuli doing a good job of staying away from the patterns here. I'm not sure in this matchup how this team is supposed to make Zero feel pressure because there's no lockdown. And so like Yuli right now is a deep wow. And see again, make her uncomfortable on landing. Yuli is abusing the fact that he can't be locked down from above and horizontal at the same time. And so he's just jumping around and it's making Morgan have to make decisions that her character is not built to make. And so he's exploiting her character design right now through his strategy. But now we got the upper hand. Is he coming in? Oh, man. Sis got the back, baby, because she was good and dead. Okay, let's let this play out however it's gonna play out first. Okay, now you got to stay on the ground. Stay on the ground against the level 3 Zero because Magneto can actually run on the ground faster than Zero can switch directions in the air. So whenever they be trying, this is also like level 3 Zero is also not a thing. So all you can do, just like Ethan did right then, all you do is walk back and forth under. Like this is not a thing. If I don't jump into what you're doing, then you're not doing it. And so like I think that's something people really underutilize in general. If characters or players are going in the air, all you got to do on the ground is walk back and forth. Because everything, what goes up must come down. And everything ain't a pizza cut. You see, Yuli did it just then. She went up, and as crazy as it seems, he walked forward because Ethan did 2 diagonal down forward fireballs, and going forward is the only way you don't get hit in that situation. And then when she tried to land with shell kick, you bust her. So he nullified like 3 Morgan plans, all in that one exchange. And that's what you're supposed to do. And it looked crazy, but I think it's the matchup. I don't play Zero, so I don't know. Maybe I'm giving him a lot, but it works consistently, and it was literally what I've been saying all night. Okay, all right, buddy. Literally what I've been saying all night that people need to do, and as we see, it works. But then you can also just hard tag because you weren't confident in your plan and give it all away. So that's a thing too. And I don't know about that part, but it worked. I don't know about this. Okay. I don't know. He's confident, I guess. Yeah, I don't know about it. And now it ain't no Morgan, so what you gonna do? And now this is punishable for you, so you got an X Factor. Okay. And now this is unfavorable. Don't go for it incoming. Magneto, without the right circumstances behind him, that man, I might have stayed up there. That man ain't got no income. So, like, if you, just, run away. Look at that. I like it. Slow and low, baby. Slow and low. Okay, this is fine. This is all part of it. Oh, this is all part of it. Slow and low, baby. Slow and low. Slow and low, baby. Let's go. Reset the nooch. Let's go. Disruptor. Oh, baby, you too close. You too close, man. You too close. Too close. There we go. Okay, too close, man. Dylon, and Dylon. Let's go. All right. Okay, let's go. Come on for the Yomi. All right, Morgan drifting on the open sea. Great disruptor call. Okay, I don't think this missiles call was the best, but he got it out. Okay. It's another thing. Yeah, I would close in more if I was Ethan. Yep, there you go. And you see that what goes up must come down. You see when Zero was up there, Zero ain't got no air motion, so he is just stalling until he come down into this standoff or into the ship. I don't know about this part. Okay. So whenever your opponent X Factor level 1s, the best thing for you to do is stabilize. Hold back, up, back, dash, back, because they have shown that they are not confident enough that you will make a mistake, and they are so unconfident that they use their best resource for no reason. And so, like, when an opponent does, I like it. Don't X. It's not a thing. When an opponent uses level, okay, I'm with this. Okay. When an opponent uses level 1 X Factor, it lets me know that they've given up on being better than me, and that's all I need. Because now that opens the gates for me to just blow this thing out. Okay, okay, I'm with it. Yes, let's go, boys. Okay. Run away. Disruptor. No, not incoming. Don't go for incomings when you're winning. At least not with Magneto. He can't do it. He's too fast. He ain't got nothing cheap on him. Ooh, not this. Okay. Low and slow, baby. Disruptor. There it is. Bow. I'm with it. Disruptor. Bow. Mag blast. Let's go. Gotta keep it low and slow, baby. Low and slow. Disruptor. Back and forth. Let's go. That's the man with the movement plan. We out. I would love to see some super jump mag blast from Ethan. That's why Zero has so much freedom of movement in the style that Ethan is playing right now because he's not cutting the screen in half. Yuli only has to plan for these angles that he's quite frankly good at playing on. You gotta go back. You gotta go back. I love that Ethan is just outplaying him here. He's just using spacing, fundamentals, matchup knowledge. He's just playing better, okay? Is he gonna make it down? Let's go. That was solid. That's what I'm talking about. No steals, just playing the matchup and beating your opponent as you should when you play the matchup. Let's go. Low and slow, baby. Low and slow. Low and slow, baby. That was a good little set. It was 3-0, but it was a rich learning experience. I just saw the chat. He was too close. He was too close, man. I rip and I rhyme. I rhyme and I rip. That's how Dylon spit. I spit hot fire. I'm with it. Okay, what we got now? Probably me. Yeah, I didn't know I was in the bracket. Huh? Big Grand Finals energy. We have Escalante versus Living Legend. This matchup, okay, Living Legend and winners. This matchup is interesting again because of the Chris scenario. Chris versus Mags. Again, 5-5 probably, but it's just harder than you think it should be. At least to me. I feel like, we this far down the tier, we in the 20-something, 15, and a legend top 5 character is talking about 5-5 with a character this far down the tier. It's a lot.
Heroes are all here. Who will rise to the top?
Yeah, Legend is playing good. Escalante, I mean, yeah, but also in the current meta, does he need to learn them? I don't know. As long as we pick a second, nobody really need him. Alright, let's see what Legend gonna do with us. We got the Grand Finals, okay? I respect the snap. It's unfortunate, but it's what you gotta do as a Chris player. Okay. He said we're not getting cute with it. I don't know about that part. It's good that he did, but I don't know if they make it the right decision. Let me see. Okay. Alright, he got scared. If he loses this, it was that was because of matchup knowledge. So we'll see. Let's see what all comes of it. Is we living? We live? No. Cheat. Out of hard tag. I know I said I wouldn't before, but out of hard tag right there. They ain't got no X factor. And I got all this meter, I'd have done it. Crouch M, baby. Crouch M. Backdash crouch M. Light her ass up. I gotta start punishing shell kick and helm break. Those moves are not safe. Oh boy. Oh, just like this. Oh. I don't like it, but I respect it. What's the incoming? Please do something non-committal. That wasn't quite non-committal, but again, I'm not the Akuma player. Maybe it's what you gotta do when you're playing somebody that far down the tier list. Only you know. That's just me. Solid from Legend. I would like to see Escalante got stabilized. Cause Legend on some shit tonight. So like you got to have some hot shit right now. You got to rip and rhyme and rip, cause that's how Escalante spit. Ooh, I'd have grabbed him. I'd have jump grab right there. Wow. Wow. But that's just from playing a lot of Chris in the Zetsu server. So, very. Okay. Speaking of grab, let me tell y'all, Chris, we have to ban him. Y'all Chris folks are getting too powerful. Y'all out here playing him, and he actually living up to the potential for which he was created. I like the world better where we thought he wasn't good. Oh, bow. One thing I will also give Escalante and anybody else playing against the Chris, like I said before, there are two things that are very broken on Parsec. Multi-hitting moves and zero frame starting. And Chris being all multi-hitting moves, I refuse to believe that that doesn't have an impact on frame rate on Parsec. Like, it's hard enough with hit stopping shit when we playing in person, but it has to be horrendous. It is, if you in that fire grenade, if you hold the flamethrower, everything is variable timing. It don't matter what monitor or computer or whatever the fuck you playing on, all the shit varies. That's my philosophy. I don't know if it's backed up by computer science and shit. One of you nerds can probably tell me, but I should be getting eaten off of that multi-hitting shit. Same with Dormammu. Oh, I'd have hit him. I don't know how. Oh, there we go. I'm with it. Let's go. And then, alright, you gotta come in with Wesker with that S. I'd have came in with an S. Y'all don't respect Magneto on incoming. It's not real. Ooh, okay, and again, top 5, maybe, but the fact that it's always got to be perfect is too much. That man had everything he needed, except God on his side. Ooh, I'd have got hit. Wow. I don't know about this, okay? Is this a thing? Wow, let's go. Living legend. Run it up, run it up, run it up. Let's go, boy. I'm with it. Shut up. You don't know, Thomas. I definitely haven't mastered what you do. One shadows, don't dodge me, okay? Well, guys, Living Legend takes it. 3-0 grand finals. This was a good little time. It's a lot of talking and commentary. This is a lot of shit. I see why people be getting paid and flued out and shit. This is a lot of work. I do like talking about Marvel, but this is a long time. I had a good time, though. Oh, you're welcome, Thomas. Dang, Living Legend, you finna put some food on your table tonight, baby. 6 big ones. Let's go, boys. $1 per kid. I know we doing that, baby. Let's go. Nah. My social media is not for fighting game consumption. Not that it's bad. I just I usually if I'm doing something in a community, I keep my personal social media very separate from my brand social media, and I don't currently have a brand social media for the FGC. But maybe if this commentary thing becomes a thing, I do have some plans that I've been working on. In talks with some podcasts or some shows and some programming that is geared toward match analysis and coaching. And so if and when that comes to fruition, I will probably make some social media that's for fighting game stuff. But right now, I'll just be dipping in and out because people always feel so weird at events. Because people be like, oh man, are you excited about Project L? What do you want to see in Street Fighter 6? And as soon as they get to the part of the question where they name a game and it's not Marvel, I'm out. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I'm not really a member of the FGC. I'm just a member of the Marvel community. Like, I don't care about anything else that's happening. They made my game. 11, 12 years ago, and I don't care what y'all do after that. That's your business. Go talk to your mama about new games or put it in the group chat. I don't know nothing about none of that that's coming out, but I know a lot about this, so I stay in my lane. I'm a simple man. I compartmentalize. I don't know nothing about no other games. Marble 2? Alright, friends. Appreciate y'all. We're about to raid T.A. Wolf. Let's go. Tell him he's not very good when you get in the chat, because he's not. And I will hopefully see y'all soon. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, Zetsu. I'm going to holler at you on the side about some shit I've been thinking about. We finna get it up and running out here. Let's go. Thank you for letting me commentate. Congratulations, legend. Thanks for everybody that played well tonight. We will catch y'all later.